Hello again. I'm here with another book review. This one for Shadow Girl by Liana Liana Liu, I think is how you say it. I'll be butchering that name, sorry. Um, this is a YA horror novel. Um, let me read the description about it. When May arrives at the beautiful house of mysterious Arrow Island, she can't help feeling relieved. She's happy to spend the summer tutoring a rich man's daughter if it means a break from her normal life, her needy mother, her delinquent brother, their tiny apartment in the city. And Ella Morrison seems like an easy charge, sweet and well behaved. It may not be the most exciting job, but at least it'll be drama free, or so May thinks. What she doesn't know is that something is very wrong in the Morrison household. Though May tries to focus on her duties, she becomes increasingly distracted by the family's problems and her own complicated feelings for Ella's brother Henry. But most disturbing of all are the unexplained noises she hears at night, the howling and thumping and cries. May is a sensible girl. She isn't superstitious. She doesn't believe in ghosts, yet she can't shake her fear that there is a danger lurking in the shadows of this beautiful house, a darkness that could destroy the family inside and out, and May along with them. Okay, I'm a little conflicted by this book because up until maybe I don't know, the last maybe 20 pages of this book, this was a solid 4-star read. I really enjoyed this book actually, and then it ended in a way that was not satisfying to me. I would have to knock the book down a little bit, but this isn't like All the Birds in the Sky where like only like a third of the book was really good. This is most of the book is really good, and only the end knocks it down a bit because I just didn't like where it went basically. As far as a horror story or a ghost story, I guess is what this is. There are. I feel like this is actually more of a contemporary. It felt a lot like, to me, this is like the closest thing I'm probably going to be reading to a YA contemporary, and I really love the romance in this between her and Henry. The way they set that up and the way they built it was really nice, actually. Um, but there are scary parts of this book, but it doesn't come until like maybe past page 200 of this book. I mean, this book is what, three something. This book is only 330, and you get there are four times in this book where this ghost um, does some scary stuff. Two times are creepy, and two times are pretty terrifying. Um, but that's it. There are four times, and the first one doesn't really come until after page 200. So up until page 200, the first couple of hundred pages of this book, while you'll hear some thumping and some talk about the ghost throughout the book, the main crux of the book is May and her family. And like I talked about in The Truth Beneath the Lies, the last book review I did here, this book deals with a poor family, and it does it well. I mean, May is a Chinese American uh, and an Asian household. You definitely feel that flavor of an Asian household. You also deal with a woman a girl whose father left, and it's just her and her mother and her brother, and and you talk, and it's about oh, she wants to get out of this poverty stricken kind of life, and wants to better herself, but it's done so authentic. I really felt like it was such an authentic feeling. The mother in this book is written, even though she barely really says anything, and there are actually some lines I believe they are in Chinese that they translate in this book, which is kind of cool. That it's just so authentic the way she interacts with the daughter and the son, and like I said, the whole family dynamic is just really nice to read about. I was enthralled by this family, and the way she, was a poor child going into this wealthy community, this wealthy family, and how her and Henry, kind of like, opposites, but it's all done very authentic, like, and all done very nice. It's not like insta love like people talk about here. Really, it really does build her and Henry's relationship. And like I said, and the scary moments that are in this book are pretty scary. They come at you almost from left field because you're reading basically an adult contemporary for 200 something pages, and then boom, a couple scary moments come. So like I said, I really did like the book, but the way it ended, I I didn't like. I can't spoil it for you guys. I still would recommend this. I would highly recommend this book, even though I'm giving it a 3.5 because of the ending. I still would highly recommend reading this book because it is a pretty enjoyable book. And like I said, the scares are there in those four little moments. It is somewhat intense. I think two of them anyway. So it does have the horror, but really read it for the contemporary. Read it for the family dynamics, and for her and Henry's relationship, because to me that's actually a really enjoyable part of the book. This is a nice book to read, and I hope my review wasn't all over the place the way I mentioned it, but that's like I said, I was kind of conflicted by this. But Shadow Girl, good book. I'm still going to give it only 3.5 stars because I didn't really like the ending, which kind of put down for me, but I still would suggest to pick it up because I really enjoyed it. Shadow Girl by Liana Liu. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.